Sorry, my fault. Sorry? Yes. Not at all. Okay, Ben, we'll start with you.
Hello.
Obviously, in many ways, you were the big winners in terms of the Premier League last week. Bournemouth also a great win as well. How satisfying is it from the manager's point of view when all the hard work you continue to put in week in, week out, you see the results like you're getting at the moment on the pitch?
Of course, we are happy and satisfied with the performance of the players because they are really committed, they work very hard, and we are competing very well. So that's a big challenge ahead of us to sustain these levels of performance.
Do the players keep surprising you with the way they're managing to maintain this consistency? Is it 8 wins in 9 and the only game we didn't win was a draw against Liverpool?
Yeah, I think nobody expected. Nobody can predict it, the situation. But as I repeat myself, it's due to the bond. I think they help each other, not only in training sessions, but essentially during the matches. The way we operate as a team is not a surprise because we demand, but expectations are clearly there to see.
Bournemouth are another team that in many ways have exceeded expectations this season. What have you made of their campaigns?
Very good team. Good players, good manager, compete very well. Not only the previous result they had, but through all the season. It's a team that is going to be very tough, going to be very challenging for us.
As much as your squad is performing well, obviously you're always looking for ways you can improve. How likely is it, as we sit here today, that you're going to add to your options before the transfer window closes?
We don't know. We are working. I think the club is working, and more than anything, is working on the aspect that we consider the basic is to keep our players here, because this is the squad that we have, and these are the players that are going to solve all the problems. It's not easy to operate in this market, and especially because we only consider options that can improve us, and it's not easy.
Is that the challenge, finding the calibre of player mid-season that can help you get even better because you're already flying so high?
Not only for us, for all the teams. It's a very tricky market in terms of recruitment. It's not easy, the targets. So that's why I say we look the other way around. Let's keep our players here. Of course.
Because Brentford have said they rejected an offer for Johan Viss. I know it's a player the club have looked at before. Is a striker the one position, if you can sign someone that you would like before?
It's the same. It's the same. Only players, and I say it's not easy. Players that can improve us as a squad, because our players are working very, very well. Very, very well.
And the other name that's been linked is Matthias Cunha. Now, the expectation is it will take a club record deal if you were to be able to sign him. How encouraging is it to see you as the manager of Nottingham Forest know the board potentially are willing to go to that level to help you have all the tools you can?
I don't know anything about that. How can I comment about that? I'm so sorry to disappoint you.
No, you're great.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
Thank you. Damien.
Mike's on there. One piece of news this week was Murillo signing a new contract. Just to give us your reaction to that, and how good could he become in the years ahead, hopefully with Forest?
We are delighted that he's going to be long-term at Forest. I think it's a player with immense talent, can improve immensely due to his age. I think he joined us last season, and the improvement is there. I think as long as he keeps himself healthy and available, it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Chris Wood, we understand, is close to a deal. Can you give us any insight into where negotiations are with him?
I think things are going well, not only with Chris. I think things are going well, but I cannot give much further detail on that.
There was an injury concern surrounding Callum Hudson at the weekend. What specifically is that injury, and would he play at the weekend?
He felt the groin very tight, So a lot of pain. He's been a couple of days out. We have to assess, see if it's available or not.
And some of the names that you're being linked with, I'm sorry to go back to the transfer.
I'm so sorry, but you know the answer already.
Are Forest becoming more ambitious, perhaps, in the quality of player they're looking for?
No, the ambition is not measured by that. The ambition is the way we operate, the way we want to improve ourselves as a team. Because if we improve as a team, the club will be better to the challenge that we have ahead of us. The ambition is measured, but how we are doing and what we want to achieve.
And just finally, you've spoken about Bournemouth. They're in and around you in the top half of the table. How important a game is this?
It's going to be very tough. It's a very good team, very good team. We faced them before many times. Always very, very difficult. Good players, very intense. At home, we expect a strong start. So we have to be ready for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
How beneficial is it when the teams around you in the table at the moment have games in the Champions League that you have a week to work with the players? Can you go at games with more intensity because of that?
Look, in the Premier League, there are teams that play competition, and there are others that are not. And it's clearly that's an advantage in terms of fitness, in terms of recovering for the next match. All the teams that don't get involved in midweek makes a big difference.
And I'm not going to ask you about transfers, don't worry. But I just want it. It must have changed the way that this club can sell itself to players now.
It's the other way around. Why we have to sell ourselves? Who wants to join us? If there's something happening, he has to want to join us. We are a good club.
Shows how well you've done.
No, it's a good club. In good club in terms of for the player, the environment. Thank God we have all the facilities that we can give to the players to improve. We are improving, growing, trying to get better. This is how it is.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Colin.
Hello.
Hello there. I just want to tie up maybe two of the threads, which is Murillo signing and also your desire to keep your squad, which you've re-emphasised time and time again in these press conferences. That's your key for this transfer.
Yeah.
How big a signal was him signing that contract to the league, basically, to say, this is what we want to do. We're going to keep our squad together. The squad stays here.
I'm so sorry, but it's good for us. Essentially, it's good for us that our players that are here are happy, motivated and committed. There's no doubt. There's no player in our squad that doesn't have this feeling of improvement, commit themselves to compete well. Murillo is just another one. He's just another one. He's not assigned to anybody. He's the core of the squad is what is, and they have to be happy and play good and compete well, and this is what we want. Our priority, the players that are here. Those are the ones that achieve good results and want to go and try and compete the best that we can.
I just sense you feel like you've really built a culture here. Not just you, the whole club has built a culture here. Is that right? You feel like you've landed on something in terms of the way that the culture around this club and the way it treats everyone?
No, the culture of the club is what the club has made so many years ago in the 70s and the 80s. This is the culture of the club. This is what our fans dream of. And we have to work very hard, very, very hard, because it's really difficult to repeat that. The culture is Forest.
Fabulous, thank you.
Thank you. Jordan?
What do you make of Iraola as a manager?
Very good manager.
What do you think are some of the best traits of that Bournemouth side tactically that will be tough for you?
Speed, intensity. They defend high on the pitch. Talent and combinations. They have everything. So it's going to be very tough.
And in terms of sides, you're both very similar in terms of goals scored and conceded. Do you expect this to be a real chess match in terms of a game tactically? Every
match has details in terms of tactics and approaches. We're going to try and find the details that we can use that can make us stronger.
And where do you hope to see Nottingham Forest as a manager long term for the club? Where do you hope they are competing at?
I don't look at tomorrow, man. My focus is on tomorrow. I have to prepare the game, one session, and travel good and play the game. This is our focus.
That's all from me.
Cheers.
Thank you, Jordan. Cameras off, please. Written section embargoed till 10:30.